Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another Tumbler tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created my night and day split tumbler design. This design idea has been in my head for a long time, and I finally got around to finishing it and figuring out how I wanted the whole thing to come together. So I really hope that you guys enjoy the tutorial. As always, I'll have a full supply list down below in the description box, along with some discount codes for you, of course. If you do like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not already. I upload brand new Tumbler tutorials every Tuesday and Saturday. Okay, I think that's it. I hope you like the video. Let's go. Why did I say it like that? Let's go. I'm starting with my prepped tumbler. I sanded the surface of my tumbler down with an 80 grit sanding block, and now we're going to split our cup in half. I'm going to use this tip that I learned from Jessica Flynn at Flynn Sisters Boutique. On your lid, there are two little seam lines on the front and back of your lid, and I'm going to put that on my cup and use that as a guide to help me split my cup in half evenly. So I put the lid on my tumbler and then took a Sharpie pen and just marked on the rim of my cup where those two lines are, and then I just made those lines a little longer with my cup tool from Cami Page Boutique. And now what we're going to do, instead of just doing a regular like vertical split, we're going to do a little bit of a diagonal kind of like twisty split. So I'm going to start by placing my tape on my tumbler straight, using those lines as a guide, and then I'm going to measure 1 inch from where the tape is placed, make another mark on my cup, and then take that piece of tape and just move it a little bit diagonally on the cup so that we have a little bit of a twisty diagonal split versus just a regular straight split. Of course, you can do just a regular straight half and half split if you wanted to. I just wanted to make it this a little bit more like whimsical and interesting. So as you can see there, I'm just going to pull that tape and angle it on my cup that way. And then I'll just repeat the exact same process on the other side. I'm going to measure and make sure that my two halves are even, and then I'm going to tape off the entire half of the side of the tumbler I'm going to work on second. And then I'm going to take some electrical tape and work that around the bottom of my tumbler. We're going to finish off the bottom of our cup a little bit differently. Now, if I could do this cup again, I probably would just do the bottom of the cup like with the same half and half diagonal thing, but I decided to just finish it off with a solid color. But anyway, for the first side of our cup, we're going to do our nighttime side first. So I base painted that half with navy blue spray paint from Rust-Oleum, let that dry about 30 minutes, and then I added a very thin layer of epoxy to that side of my cup so that we can apply our glitters. Now I'm going to apply these glitters like kind of just in a layered way. If you wanted to just use one glitter, you can. If you wanted to make a custom mix, you know that you can absolutely do that. I just decided to layer all of these on top of each other to create a little bit of depth. So I started with Atlantis from Peachy Olive Glitters, did a really light sprinkling of that, then went in with Milky Way, same thing, did a really light sprinkling, and then next I took Blue Blood. Blue Blood is quickly becoming one of my favorite blues. It's so pretty. So I'm going to sprinkle that all over that half of the cup, and then I'm going to take YMBB, and if you notice, I'm working from my chunkiest cuts down to my finer cuts. I always like to work that way, and then as I get into my finer cuts, I go a little bit heavier with my coverage, so you can see I put a lot of that YMBB on there, and then finally I'm going to take Salute, which is a really beautiful dark kind of silvery navy blue fine cut, and I just went ham with that one, made sure that I had full nice even coverage. I let that epoxy dry for about 3 to 4 hours. Now I'm going to go in and remove my tape and seal my glitter. To seal my glitter, I like to use a 50-50 mix of the Crystalac glitter glue and water. When I pulled my tape up, I waited too long to pull my tape, so it pulled up the glitter a little bit, but that's okay. We will fix it later, so don't worry about that. But anyway, I'm going to seal this glitter, and I'm going to let that sit and dry for a full 2 hours, and then move on to the next half of my cup. I'm going to tape off this glitter half of my cup with some big painter's tape, and then I'm going to take a thinner piece of painter's tape, and I'm going to tape off just like the slightest, like maybe like a 1/16 of an inch over the glitter so that that tape adheres to the stainless steel and not to the glitter. Now I'm doing this to make sure that any of our paint and glitter or anything that we're going to do on this other half of the cup doesn't seep or bleed into our dark glitter side. So I'm going to lay that down on either side. And once I've got that down, I'm going to take a towel and put some rubbing alcohol on it so that I can clean up that Sharpie line that we laid down at the very beginning. I want to get rid of that just so it doesn't show through our paint and glitter. This is going to be our daytime side, so we're going to use lighter colors on this half. So you want to make sure that you don't have any dark marks or anything on that side of your cup. I'm going to base paint this using acrylic paint. I'm using Caribbean Blue. This is the Delta Ceramcoat acrylic paint brand. It's my absolute favorite. And the glitter we're going to use is actually just one solid color. I'm going to use Blue Boy. So I did one coat of the paint on my cup, let that dry about 30 minutes, and now I'm going to go in with a mixture of the paint and some Mod Podge, and we're going to use that as the adhesive for this side. So I'm going to place that all over this half of the cup, and then go in and just cover this side with Blue Boy. Once I've got the glitter on, I'm not going to wait for it to dry. I'm going to go in and remove my tape right away. So what you saw earlier when my glitter came up with my tape, that's why I like to remove my tape right away. I sealed that glitter the exact same way, let it fully dry 2 hours, and then I added 2 coats of epoxy to my tumbler. So now I'm ready to go in and add all of the details to our 2 skies. I sanded down the top rim of my cup really well, and now we're going to go in and do the nighttime sky first. We're going to be working with mica powders mixed into epoxy here. So I'm going to tape off the seams so that we don't get anything on the daytime side. I'm going to be using my Flynn Sisters Artist Cure epoxy, and I'm going to mix up 15 milliliters of this, and we are not going to use all of it. If you wanted to mix up a little less, you can. I always have a really hard time mixing up super small batches of epoxy. So I'm going to mix up 15 milliliters, so 7.5 of part A, 7.5 of part B. Mix that really well, and then we will get into adding our mica powders into our epoxy. I'm going to use a bunch of different mica powders, all from Simply Sarah Custom Creations. And I'll have a full list of all of the mica powders I'm using for each side of the cup, along with a discount code for you. And when we do this, we are going to use the smallest amount of epoxy possible. We do not want any movement in this epoxy and mica. We are not going to put a coat or a layer of epoxy on our cup before adding these to our tumbler. We really just want to use these to kind of paint on our night sky details, but we don't want them to flow or move around too much. So I'm going to add the tiniest bit of epoxy as I can to each of these different medicine cups, and then I'm going to go in and add a super tiny bit of mica into each of those medicine cups, as you can see there. Now if you wanted to, you can use less colors, you can use more colors probably if you want to. I picked just a bunch that I wanted to kind of highlight in this nighttime sky side. So we've got some dark blues, we've got some purples, we've got some brighter blues. And now this is where you can really just go for it, have fun, and create a really, really unique design. So once I had all of my epoxy and mica in their little cups, I mixed them together really, really well. And essentially what we're going to do here is just finger paint our details on. I'm going to start with that little area where our glitter got pulled up off of our tumbler, and I'm just going to dip my finger into one of the darker blues and kind of just tap the mica and epoxy mixture onto the cup. What I'm trying to do here on the nighttime sky is just create some depth in the sky, maybe some like cloudy looking vibes here. I really just wanted to add some more depth, dimension, texture, and make it look like a really, really pretty nighttime sky. Now remember, you can do as many colors as you want, as many sections as you want. Just make sure that when you are tapping your epoxy and mica powder mixture onto your cup, that you're not glooping anything on. You don't want these sections to be too thick, because remember, you don't want them to move around too much. So just be sure that when you're adding this to your cup, you're being very, very, very light-handed and very like sparse with your coverage. So I did my darker color first, and then I moved into my lighter blue colors, and then went in with those purples and just added a little bit on top. You can layer them on top of each other, mix them together and just create some really, really nice detail in your sky. So once I was done with that, I wiped off as much of the excess epoxy that I could, and then I put this on my turner and did let it spin for 8 to 12 hours. I did not remove my tape until after the epoxy was all dry. It's totally up to you if you want to remove it before, you can. I just wanted the tape to be on there the whole time so that we didn't get any of that epoxy, if it did move, onto the daytime side. So once that side was all cured, we're ready to move in and do the exact same thing on our daytime side. Now for this side, I wanted to just create a really pretty bright daytime sky, obviously. So I took some whites, a little bit of gold, and we're just going to create some really pretty clouds on this side of the cup. So I did the same thing. I mixed up a tiny bit of epoxy, put the smallest amount that I could into each of these little medicine cups, and we are going to start building our clouds the exact same way. Now we're going to use, for the most part, 0. This is a matte, just solid, regular white pigment powder. And you can see here, I'm just really finger painting this shape on. If you go in with your gloved finger and you kind of tap your mica powder on, you'll see that there's a little bit of finger texture in there, but don't worry, that will go away as your epoxy cures and kind of levels itself out. It'll just add a really nice texture, but you won't see those gloved fingerprint kind of dotting spots on there. So again, you can do as many of these clouds as you want. You can make them as big as you want. Just have fun with this. Really don't try to be too perfect. Remember, clouds are abstract anyway, so just do whatever feels right. So once I had the white pigment powder on there, I went in with some just more sparkly, kind of transparent. I think I'm using Pop's Beard here, and I just layered that right on top of those white clouds to give them a little bit of dimension, a little bit of sparkle, kind of break them up a little bit. And then I added a little bit of extra to the just plain glitter sections. And then I decided to go in and add a little touch of gold, just so this side had a little bit more going on than just the plain white clouds. Again, this is totally up to you. You can do whatever colors you want. You don't have to do the same thing I'm doing. So I added my gold and then kind of just touched everything up a little bit, added a little bit more of the sparkly powders. And once I was done, I let this again spin on my turner. I left the tape on my cup until it was fully cured. I just let it spin the full 8 to 12 hours. Once my daytime clouds were cured, I removed the rest of my tape, and then I added another coat of epoxy over the top of all of these pigment powders. If your cup is a little bit wavy and bumpy, that's totally okay. It will even out in the end. So I added about 20 milliliters of epoxy to my tumbler. Once that was cured, I was ready to go in and add my decals and all of my vinyl work. So I'm going to add these champagne gold textured metallic stripes to either side of the cup where the day and night meet. And then right on top of those gold stripes, I'm going to take some really, really super thin nail striping tape. My friend Jamie turned me on to this striping tape. She uses this all the time and it looks so awesome. So I ordered a gigantic pack on Amazon. And I'm going to take one of the kind of hot pink magenta colors and lay that right on top of the gold. The decals we're going to add in a little bit have some pinky purple little details in them. And I wanted to kind of bring that out in the striping of the tumbler to kind of tie everything together. So the decals we're using are both from BAMF Custom Creations. We've got a moon and a sun. So we're going to put the moon on the nighttime side and the sun on the daytime side, obviously. Now, it's just personal preference, but I like to cut all of the excess white or clear border away from the main decal. You don't have to do that. I just prefer to. And I'm going to just eyeball these to make sure that they're centered in each half of our cup. And then I'm going to use the hinge method to apply them. So I taped one side of the decal down and then cut away a little bit of the backing from the other side. And now I'm just going to smooth the rest of the decal onto the tumbler. And now as you can see, these are white backed, so they're going to really pop off of these sky backgrounds, and all of that clear excess vinyl around it is going to completely disappear under epoxy. So once we had the moon on, we moved to the other side and we're going to do the exact same thing with the sun decal. Once I had my decals placed, I was ready to finally finish off the bottom of our tumbler. So I'm going to take this really thin painter's tape. I ran out of electrical tape and I really wish that I would have used electrical tape. So if you have that, definitely use that instead of painter's tape. It will curve so much better around the bottom of your cup. You'll see here that when I painted the bottom, I'm using navy blue acrylic paint, by the way, I had a little bit of like bleeding and seepage that I had to clean up. But if you use electrical tape, you should get a really, really good seal at the bottom and you won't have to do any of that extra cleanup. Once my paint was dry, I added a really super, super thin stripe of the same champagne gold textured metallic vinyl just to the edge of where the paint on the bottom ends and meets our glitter section, just to make it look a little bit more clean and more finished. Once that was on, I sealed my vinyl with a coat of polyacrylic, and then I went in with my final coat of epoxy. This isn't really the final coat. I will add another one to this to actually finish the tumbler off, but for this tutorial, we are all done. So here's the final design. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It turned out exactly how I envisioned in my head. I really love when that happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up down below. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you so much, and I really, really, really appreciate all of your support. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.